Hello there, very good evening. Welcome to House of Games. I'm Richard Osman. All week I've been joined by four famous faces who are battling it out for the House of Games trophy. Let's meet those four famous faces, and they are Beattie Edmondson, Amol Rajan, Gaby Roslin, and Hugh Dennis. So it's Wednesday, and what a week we're having. Beattie,
yeah.
You came first on Monday, and you came last yesterday. What can we expect today?
A resurgence, hopefully.
The resurgence of Beattie.
Yeah.
Excellent. Look forward to that. Talking of resurgence, Amol, shall we take a look at the weekly leaderboard as it stands at the moment?
Yes, let's do that. But I hope you can also track the trajectory, which is a remarkable improvement from one day to the other.
Yeah, in that you were much worse on Monday than you were on Tuesday. You're right. Let's take a look at where we stand. Amol is at the bottom on 4, Gaby and Beattie on 5, so very, very close, and Hugh is in the lead on 7. So, Amol, as the week goes on, you're going to get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I mean, I think what that captures is a moment in time, and it doesn't capture the sense of improvement that I felt between Monday and Tuesday. And I can tell you right now, I'm feeling very good, Richard.
That's great news. We will replay that at the end of this show and see where we are. Gaby,
yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Now, every day I seem to show you the prizes, even though you've yet to win one. So
No,
today surely is the day. Shall we take a look?
No, I won't win, but I like to choose a prize.
OK, well, that's good, that's good. Today you've got the House of Games dressing gown, House of Games football there, the House of Games pasta maker, the House of Games dartboard, and...
Oh, I don't want to do that.
House of Games sparkling wine.
Oh.
I'm going for the dressing gown.
Oh, really? You go for the dressing gown?
Yeah, to be enveloped by you.
Yeah,
I brush my teeth with you, I cuddle you as a cushion, and now I get enveloped by you.
I should point out those are other prizes we've talked about during the week. This is not stuff that's happened between shows, I absolutely promise you. Gaby, lovely to have you back. Oh, there he is, Mr. Hugh Dennis. How are you feeling out there in front?
Well, it's pretty lonely.
It could be tough,
I'm just
right?
thinking, I don't know quite how this has happened. That's what I'm mainly thinking.
Listen, it's been brilliant the first 2 days. Let's carry it on today. Very best of luck to all four of you. Shall we play our first game?
Let's do it.
It is... Runespisms. You will see 2 clues. The answers are spoonerisms of each other. That's where you swap round the sounds at the starts of 2 words. So like Gaby Roslin.
Oh, thank you.
Instead of fingers on buzzers, of course, we need bingers on fuzzers, everybody. So 2 clues. The answers are spoonerisms of each other. Buzz in when you get both answers. Very best of luck. Let's take a look at your first question. Prohibition of small rugs. The Caped Crusader. That is you.
Batman, Matt Ban.
Batman and Matt Ban is the correct answer. Well done. Do you see how this works?
Okay.
Are you enjoying it? Listen, I can't hear you if you're not, so I'm afraid we're going to have to keep playing it. Let's take a look at the next one. A defective rice field. And who's that? That is Gaby.
Puff Daddy, Rough Paddy.
No.
Oh.
No.
It's incorrect. Amol.
Puff Daddy and Duff Paddy.
Is the correct answer. Well done. Oh, Gaby, you've done all the hard work there.
Just 2 letters.
Let's take a look at the next one. Tiny helmet worn in the tropics. And a famous Nottingham-born fashion designer.
Oh, yeah. So one is Paul Smith, and the other one is Small Pith.
Is the correct answer. Well done, Hugh.
It's very good.
Here's your next.
I like that one.
Here's your next question.
Hilarious.
We're going to show you a clue now, followed by a piece of music. Here's your clue. Police officer who drinks lager with lemonade. And what's this song?
Girl, what we do.
Yes, Beattie.
Candy shop, shandy cop.
Is the correct answer. Well done. They're hard, but when you get one, it's so exciting, isn't it? Here's your next one. Regret being in front and lead singer of the Velvet Underground. Yes, Beattie.
Rue Lead, Lou Reed.
It's the correct answer. Well done.
Man.
Beattie's finally got her eye in here.
Yeah, this is scary.
The next one is a clue followed by a picture. Here's your clue. Units of electrical current. And who's that? Yes, Hugh.
Pam Ayres and Ampères.
Pam Ayres and Ampères. That's a clever one, isn't it? Well done, Hugh. Here is your last question in this round. What Bob Dylan should do if he wants to give heaven a miss? And Scotland's largest freshwater lake by volume. Beattie
Loch Ness, mock less.
is incorrect.
what?
Amol.
Loch Ness and knock less.
Knock less is the right answer. Oh, you said knock less. I'm so sorry. It was the end of that round. Shall we take a look at the scores? Gaby, yet to trouble the scorers. That's OK, though, because, you know, plenty of time. Amol and Beattie both have 2, and our weekly leader is our daily leader, Hugh Dennis, with 3 points. Very well played. They're fun when you get them, and awful when you don't get them. Talking of awful, shall we see what the next round is? Yeah. OK, it is... distinctly average. I love this game. It's a pairs game, so the player in last place, Gaby, that is currently you, gets to choose a partner. Who would you like to choose for this one?
Beattie, please.
Yeah, you haven't been on Beattie's team yet so far, have you? If you change places with Amol and join us up here. If you take out your tablets, please.
Right.
You'll need those. So what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you all a question. I need you to write down the answer. It'll be a numerical answer. And what we'll do is simply take the average of your 2 answers.
OK.
Whichever pair's average is closer will win a point.
OK.
Here is your first question. How many episodes of EastEnders had aired when the show celebrated its 30th anniversary with a fully live edition in February 2015?
I've never missed an episode of EastEnders.
We'll just count up all of them.
Yeah.
And it should be all right. Has everyone got an answer?
Yes. OK, I'm there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Beattie, how many episodes do you think there have been?
I wrote 500.
You think 500?
I also did the Mitchell Brothers as my
So you think 530... Do you think so? You think roughly 15 episodes of EastEnders a year is where you're going? Is that more... It's about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gaby,
This is my dream amount of EastEnders I'd like to have watched because I love it so much.
This better not be a million,
but look,
Gaby.
No, it's 50,000 and I've got doof, 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 doof.
So you think there's about 30 a year, and Gaby...
This is how many I'd like.
You think there's about 1,500 episodes of EastEnders a year, so about 5 a day.
Yeah.
These are both terrible answers.
Yeah.
I mean, they are terrible answers.
OK.
But should we take a look at your average?
Yeah.
Your average, Beattie and Gaby...
It's 27 and a bit thousand.
25,250 episodes. So just under 1,000 a year. So 3 episodes of EastEnders a day for 30 years. And we get to that number.
What a schedule.
Amol, what have you gone for?
I've gone for 6,500.
6,500, thinking...
I'm thinking it's weekdays rather than weekends, as far as I know, and so that's 5/7. And it's
It's not on every night, you know that, don't you?
Is EastEnders not on every night?
No, it just seems like it is.
4 nights.
Honestly.
Right.
Now.
Oh, well, that's where
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, look,
I think we're fine.
I think you're going to be OK.
We're fine.
Hugh, what
Honestly.
have you gone
well,
for?
I did much the same thing, but I made it 7,500.
Oh, OK.
I know, I think it's a bit lower. So
Yeah, it's probably about 5,000.
Well, that's OK. So your average is 7,000. So... Let's take a look. Who has won the point and how many episodes had there been?
Guess.
Oh, come on. Oh.
5,020. Amol and Hugh.
I took that 0 away.
Yeah, if you take the 0 off, it would have been a perfect answer. See, between the 2 of you...
Yeah, did pretty well.
If instead of doing an average, we just took one of your noughts and put it on one of yours, you'd have an unbelievable score. But that's not what happened. Our next question is this. Oh, my goodness, here we go. What is the average distance between the Earth and the Moon in miles? How many miles is it from the Earth to the Moon? You can see it, can't you?
What, the Moon?
That doesn't
just
help unless you know how big it is actually.
Well, that's the thing. If you know how big it is, and then think about how big it is when you look at it, and then divide the 2.
Well, that doesn't make sense if you can...
And that's the distance.
Like, you can't find out distance or something because you can see it. You can't see America from here, but you know the distance.
I tell you what, if you're my height, you can. Everyone got an answer?
Yes, I do.
We'll start with Amol and Hugh. Amol, how many miles is it to the moon?
I think I've overjudged this, but I've gone for 40,000.
40,000. What have you gone for,
I've got
Hugh?
17,000.
17,000. Your average is 28,500
I think that's too high, I'm sorry.
miles. Do you think? Oh, it's a long way.
The atmosphere
Beattie.
is 6 miles.
Wow.
What have you gone for?
Where a plane flies.
Uh-oh. Steward's
Well,
inquiry
I
here.
put 500,000, but that is just a moon, so I think it could be just 50,000.
Be honest,
Right.
because your mum and dad will be watching, you know they will.
Yeah.
Did you write down 500,000 or 50,000?
500,000.
500,000 says BT. But again, that could be right. I don't know. Gabby, what are you saying?
2,000.
2,000. OK, well, that's dragged you down
Yeah.
a bit. You two, you have very, very divergent opinions on everything. So your average is 251,000. Let's see, how many miles is it between Earth and the Moon, and who's won the point? Oh, look at that. How close are you?
That's amazing.
I mean,
Isn't that far?
with respect, you are both almost 250,000 miles out in your guesses. But put you together, and that's awesome. That is literally the perfect team. That's how this round's supposed to work. Terrible answer, brilliant average.
Yeah.
Perfect. Should we play one more?
Let's do
Yes.
OK, let's see what your next one is. In the last census, how many people in England and Wales stated their religious belief as Jedi Knight?
Okay.
In the last census, how many people in England and Wales stated their religious belief as Jedi
When was
Knight?
the last census?
It would have been 2011, wouldn't it? They hold it every 10
I
years.
don't know why that makes a difference.
Yeah. Has everybody written down
Yeah.
an answer?
Yeah.
Beattie, what have you gone for? How many people said they were a Jedi Knight?
300.
300, says Beattie. Gabby, what have you said? 415.
On a witch's broom.
On a witch's broom. Yeah, absolutely. So your average is 357.5.
That is
Yeah.
always important.
Yeah.
I'm sure he used to be Buddhist.
Yeah, I know that guy. Amol, what have you put?
I've gone for a very precise number, Richard, which is 1,027.
1,027. Hugh, are you happy with your partner's answer there?
Yeah, I think so, because I seem to remember it being... There was a sort of movement just before the last census to say
A
that
force,
you were...
almost.
Yeah, like a force.
Force Awakening.
To put Jedi Knight down.
So you think...
And I think it was higher than that, so I've gone for 6,000.
6,000. OK. Let's take a look at your average. 3,513 and a half. So let's see, how many people did state their religious belief as Jedi Knight, and who has won the point? Amol and Hugh, 176,632.
Wow.
That is quite something. Well done if you were close to that. We weren't close here at all, but you do get a point, gents, because you were closer. That's the end of that round. So Amol and Gabby, for you, swap round again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Should we take a look at the scores at the end of round 2?
Hi.
Hello again.
Here's how they look. 1 point for Gabby, 3 for Beattie. Amol has 4. Hugh stood in lead with 5. I think we'll go straight on to another round, shall we? Should we see what we're playing? It is. It's all in the name. Now, here on House of Games, we can make a quiz question out of anything, including your names. I'm going to give you a series of clues now, and the answers are made up of letters from one of your names. All fingers on buzzers, 1 point for a correct answer, but if you get one that's based on your own name, you get 2 points, OK? The first 2 questions, we're going to take your name, Beattie. So the answers to all these questions, all the letters will be somewhere in the name Beattie Edmondson. Here are your questions. 2007 romantic war film based on a book by Ian McEwan. Yes, Amol.
Oh, no, it's not.
I'm going to have to lock you out, I'm afraid.
Atonement.
Beattie, atonement is the correct answer.
Okay, next time I buzz with the right answer, I'm going to say it.
Yeah, do that. Here's your second one. 2 points for you, Beattie, if you get it. 1 point for the others. Game which uses 28 oblong pieces marked with pips. Yes, Hugh.
Dominoes.
Is the correct answer. Well played. Point for Hugh. OK, the next 2 questions you'll find in the letters of Amol Rajan. Honorific title, literally meaning superior one, used by teachers of Tibetan Buddhism. Yes, Amol.
Major?
It, I'm afraid, is not major. Yes, you.
Llama, probably.
It is the correct answer. I mean, fair play to you.
I just felt I had to get in there, you know?
I mean, that word is in there.
correct.
It's not used by teachers of Tibetan Buddhism, that's all. Here is your next one. What's the answer here? In the famous joke, what a door is when it's not a door? Yes, you.
A jar.
It is a jar. Absolutely right.
You're
Point for
fast.
you. Gabby, 2
Hello.
questions. These are in your name now. OK. 2 points if you can get them, 1 point for anybody else. Japanese art of cultivating small trees by dwarfing them. Hugh
Bonsai.
is the correct answer. Well done.
He does it so quickly.
He does, doesn't he? Here's your second one. Junction between the front of the upper thigh and the abdomen.
Oh,
Amol.
no, it's not what I think it is. It's not the pelvis.
Anyone else? Junction between the front of the upper thigh and the abdomen. Should we take a look at the
I
answer?
don't know if I want that to be in part of my name.
It is
I don't want to be groin.
Your name is an
I have to
anagram
be
of
groin?
slabby groin.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's going to stick forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Slabby groin.
Hugh,
Thank you so much, Richard.
that's a pleasure. So we've got 2 clues now based on Hugh's name. Look at him. Look at his face. He can sniff 4 points, can't he? Here we go. 2007 UK #1 single for Take That. Nope, nobody? Yes, Beattie.
Shine.
Is the correct answer. Well done. Here's your second one. Taxonomic rank that sits between species and family. Hugh.
Genus, I should think, is it?
It is genus. Well done. It's 2 points for you there. Shall we take a look at the scores? At the
No,
end
please don't.
of
It's gonna be
round
really-
3. You can look away if you want.
This is going to be really dispiriting.
It's not. You're okay.
Gabby has 1 point.
There's no point.
Amol has 4. Beattie 6. 5-point lead, Hugh, on 11 points. How about that? 2 rounds to catch him up.
All right.
Shall we see what we're playing next? Round 4? It is. Where is Kazakhstan?
Not maps,
You're gonna do
please.
this again?
No, not.
Yes, maps. Yes,
No,
take your
can
tablets
I
out,
just...
please.
I don't know where anywhere is.
OK. Well, then
if
this
it's
is
a
going to
map
be a
of
lot of
Britain?
fun.
I can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to show you a map, and I'm going to show you 3 clues, and you need to point to the answers
Right,
on the map, please. So let's take a look at your map today. And it is a map, America.
Okay, yeah.
OK? Let's take a look at your first question. The location of Elvis Presley's former home, Graceland. So firstly, do you know the answer? And then where is that answer? It's kind of a 2-parter, this, always. Gabby, you feeling confident on this one? I know you hate maps. Do you know the actual answer? Before? Don't say.
Yes, I do know the answer.
Yeah, and it's just where that is the...
Yeah.
Has everyone placed something on the map?
Yep.
Beattie, we will start with you. Do you think you know the answer first?
I know where it is.
Which is
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. And so the big question is, where is
Where's
Memphis, Tennessee?
I put it somewhere near Florida.
OK.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Amol.
Well, I actually thought it was Memphis, Tennessee, and went for pretty much the same space.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, wow.
That's pretty close.
There you go.
Good.
Gabby.
I just went, never eat shredded wheat, and went south. Yeah.
Yeah. So where have you
No,
gone?
I'm not- still not
Ooh,
see.
A little bit
No.
further away.
No idea.
Hugh, again, did you know the answer?
Well, I knew it was Memphis, Tennessee.
I knew it was Memphis, and you have any idea what that is?
I
Northwest.
think so. The thing which looks like a male appendage, which is Florida. I think if you waggle across to the next one, that one...
So you have gone there.
I think.
OK. Who has won the point? So you think that is Tennessee?
I think that's Tennessee,
Yeah. I'll tell you now, it isn't Tennessee.
isn't it?
No. That's Arkansas.
Is that Arkansas? Where's Tennessee, then?
Should we find out?
Yeah.
Oh, you all did pretty well. And a point there for Hugh Dennis.
Yeah.
Well done. You two are both in Alabama there.
Oh, right.
Let's take a look at your next one. Can you point to this, please? The site of the historic Battle of the Alamo in 1836. That's one of those things that you've heard of, but you just
Yeah.
think
I don't know what that is.
that it was a battle.
Oh, OK.
And do you know the
Like
Alamo?
prisoner. Oh, right. Yeah,
it was
OK,
there.
got it.
And they were like, "Arr."
Got it.
Everyone locked in?
No idea.
Yeah.
Amol, we'll start with you. Where did you think it was
I
first?
thought it was quite southern, so I've gone for just west of Texas.
Just west of Texas. There we go. Gaby, what was your thinking?
There. I was going because west, because of
Wheat.
Because of
west. No, because it was in the west.
Yeah, there you go. Hugh,
I think it was in Texas.
I think it was in Texas. And are you confident with where Texas is?
Yeah, it's that one.
That one. Beattie.
I also put Texas.
It was Texas. You're in Arizona there, Amol.
Oh, man.
Where am I? Just out of interest, where have I gone?
That's Nevada.
Let's take a look at where the Alamo was and who is closest. Oh, Hugh, once again.
Yeah.
You're unstoppable. It's the Hugh Show.
Man, I'm going to break my...
I'm very interested in military history.
Shall we do one more?
This is the most embarrassed I've ever been in 32 years of television.
Certain that's not the case.
It really is.
Shall we?
Trust me.
No, but it's American geography. You know what? Everyone at home, nobody knows where anywhere in America is.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They all do.
Who does?
Everyone.
Oh, no,
here.
Hugh does.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't really.
I guess Texas.
OK, let's see if he knows the answer to this one. Our final question on this round. The racetrack where the Indy 500 is held annually. The racetrack where the Indy 500...
Can I just do a picture of a racetrack?
Yeah, of course.
Is there a clue in the name of the race?
500.
Yeah.
There are 500 states.
It's 500 miles from the Alamo.
OK.
OK, happy?
Yeah, no.
So everyone is locked in. Gaby, we will start with
Oh,
you.
good, lovely.
Any clue as to where the Indy 500...
No idea.
OK, and where have you put it?
I'm afraid I don't know.
Hey.
That's Illinois kind of area. Hugh, do you know where the Indy 500 is?
It's in Indianapolis, but I
Yeah.
think it's in Indiana.
Yes, correct.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I don't know where Indiana is.
No.
And I assumed I went on where were all those westerns filmed,
OK.
and I went 2 states across towards the west.
OK.
Oh.
But I don't know where that is. I think that might be a north or south.
That
something.
is Kansas. Beattie.
Right, well, Indianapolis, I thought, oh, that's in Minnesota, but it's not.
Are you thinking Minneapolis?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I put it where I thought Minnesota was,
OK,
but...
which is...
There. Oh no. Terrible place for a racetrack.
I think that's New York State, I think.
Right.
And Amol. It's kind of wide open, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought it was in Indiana and Indianapolis, but I think I split the difference, so I think I'm between
OK.
Hugh and Gaby, and maybe slightly up to the north.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Right.
OK, that's Iowa. So no one
Iowa.
is in Indiana.
Right, OK.
Is Indiana the one south of there?
Well, we'll find out, right?
Oh.
But it is in Indianapolis, which is in Indiana. So where is that and who's closest?
If Hugh gets this, I'm going to go mad.
Yeah.
Don't think I have.
Oh, look who's got it, Gaby Roslin.
There we go.
Well played.
Oh,
I
well
said we didn't
done.
want Hugh to win the point. I didn't think it was going to be you riding to the rescue.
I don't think anybody watching this
Very,
thought that.
very well played. I
That's
said
brilliant.
it's, yeah, absolutely. It's in Indiana, and there it is, right next door to Illinois. Very well done if you knew that one at home. It's hard. That American geography is tough. Let's have a look at the scores as we go into our final round. It's so close between the bottom 3. 2 for Gaby, 4 for Amol, 6 for Beattie. Hugh Dennis is 7 points in the lead on 13 points. So we're going to play our final round. As ever, it is Answer Smash. We need a whole series of correct answers by everyone else, and we need a whole series of incorrect answers from Hugh, and then this is going to be so close. If you get 6 wrong answers in a row, then boy, oh boy, this is going down to the wire.
Oh, no, it'd be fun to see how many points he can get.
Do you think?
Yes.
Not for me.
Yeah, I'm with Beattie on that.
Yeah.
So, as always, I'm going to show you a picture and give you a clue. Smash the answers together, please. Here is your first category. 1 point for a correct answer. You lose 1 if you give an incorrect answer. Comedians in the 90s. Those will be the pictures. There'll be a clue underneath. Smash them together, please. Which 1950s children's TV show character was friends with Luby Lou? That is Beattie.
Joe Brandy Pandy.
Is the correct answer, Joe Brandy Pandy. Here's your next comedian in the 90s. The US Congress is made up of 2 chambers, the Senate and which other? Gaby.
Paul Whitehouse of Senate.
Oh, it's not, I'm afraid. We have to... Amol.
Paul Whitehouse and Congress.
No.
Incorrect, I'm afraid. Hugh Dennis.
Paul Whitehouse of Representatives.
Is the correct answer. Yes, well done, Hugh. Paul Whitehouse of Representatives. Let's take a look at the next one. Who is this and what's the answer to this clue? Which Swedish actress starred in the films Casablanca and Notorious?
Oh.
Hugh. Richard Herringrid Bergman.
Richard Herringrid Bergman is the correct answer, Hugh. Well played. Your next category is fast food. So those will be the pictures. There'll be a clue underneath. Smash the answers together. And what do you got? Which city was capital of southern Mesopotamia?
Oh.
Yes, Amol.
Oh, no, I've got this wrong. Is it Babylon?
Yes, is the correct answer. Well done.
Thank goodness for that.
Here's your next one. Shakira had a 2006 UK #1 with which song? That is Beattie.
Fish and chips don't lie.
Fish and chips don't lie is the correct answer. Well played. That's a nice one. Fish and chips don't lie. Here's your next one. Which Johnny Cash song was a UK top 40 hit for the Animals in 1969? Amol.
Onion Ring of Fire.
Is the correct answer. Well played. It's the end of the round. It's the end of the show. We're going to find out today's winner. Let's see who it's going to be. All excited for you, Amol. The winner of Wednesday's House of Games is Hugh Dennis, of course, with 15 points. Hugh, you have another prize to choose.
Yeah. Well.
You had the apron yesterday, of course. What are you going to go for today? There's that lovely dressing gown, there's the dartboard, the pasta maker, the sparkling wine. I really can recommend.
The thing I'll use most would be the dartboard, so I think I'll go for the dartboard.
You're going to have the dartboard. Very well done. Hugh, shall we take a look at the weekly leaderboard leading into Thursday's House of Games? Here's how it looks. Operation Get Hugh starts here. Tied third on 6 points, Amol and Gaby. Beattie, you have 8 points. Only 3 points in the lead. Hugh with 11. That was great fun. Thank you so much. I'll see you again same time, same place tomorrow. I'll see you again as well. But for today, it's goodbye from the House of Games.
You just get one dart.